and welcome.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Sarah, and this is Beyond the Closet.
They're gay!
So, last week was it was kind of a different vibe.
Yep.
We were both kind of going through it. We were shitting our pants. We were throwing up. Like, a lot of stuff was going on.
We were moving. There was tornadoes.
There was
thunderstorms. I was still making fucking pastas while the sky was turning green outside of the fucking restaurant.
Anyways, so how we're gonna do a check-in. How have you been? I haven't seen you since last week.
Yes,
how was your little update on things? How are things going? I thought we'd talk about that for like 5-10 minutes before we talk about role model. So how's it going?
So I'm actually really excited that you asked me this because we are finally fully moved into the house.
Okay.
We are comfortable. We have everything put away. Everything is set up. The only thing that we still need to do is put in switches.
Yeah.
And put outlet covers on.
Yeah, because I was like, are you going to keep it like this? And you're like, yeah, it's aesthetic.
I'm just like, no.
You're like, what's wrong with you?
The electrician needs to finish his job.
Alex.
Yep. So, so we put up curtains in the bedroom.
Okay.
Which is so nice because we have
a lot of sunlight coming in.
No, not just sunlight, but we live on a busy road.
You do.
And so we have a lot of headlights that shine into the bedroom, so it's like really annoying. So we got blackout curtains. That was amazing last night.
I love blackout curtains. Claire and I have them here, and we have them in my room. They're great.
Yep. And I got curtains for both the bathrooms, so those will be cute.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guest bathroom is actually kind of finally put together because I have
Is this the one with the washer and dryer?
Yep.
Yeah.
I have because nobody goes in there.
No, I mean I do, but like
guests,
you don't,
exactly.
Like so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, so it's like guests will go in there.
Right.
And so I have a cute little wooden tray that has a cute little matching pump soap and a cute little matching candle.
I love it.
And then I have a little basket in the corner.
I love organizing.
Has, like tissues, tampons, hand lotion, all of like necessities that you might want.
Yeah, exactly.
And just inside like a little wooden basket.
I love it.
And it's so cute.
I can't wait to see it.
I'm so excited for people to come over. And there's tissues in there.
Like, oh my god, we're set.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're ready. We're prepared.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So, and then our shared bathroom is looking a lot better too.
Mm-hmm.
I got some organizing little stuff to go on the counters to hold Alex's toothbrush and mine, and like it's really cute. I'm excited. And so, but otherwise, I've been sleeping a lot better.
I don't know what that is, but I don't care anymore. I could give a fuck.
Okay.
It's probably construction outside, or it's thunder.
I don't think it's gonna be thunder.
It's supposed to rain.
Really?
I mean, it did last night. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah. Anyways, so, and I'm sorry, I'm just rambling, but
it's okay. That's that's what you do when someone asks how are you or like what's been going on.
That's true. That's true. But I feel like most of the time people don't.
I'm gonna do the same shit to you. Don't worry.
Okay, good. But yeah, so we've been sleeping really good. Alex helped me clip Mishka's nails.
Mishka.
That was really nice because he fucking needed it.
Yeah, because when I was on the phone with you the other day, you're like, ow! And I was like, what's happening?
Yeah,
you're being mauled.
That was this.
Owie.
Yeah, I got like bad scratches from my freaking cat.
But he's so cute.
Yeah, but I would also sell him for half a penny. So.
Oh my god.
It's a typical cat owner thing, honestly.
Yeah, they beef with their cat sometimes.
Yep. So, anyways, enough about me. How are you?
I'm good. I've definitely been obviously I'm feeling better. I was feeling better last week too, but the week before that was bad. But now I'm good. We have some company coming into town tonight, so Claire and I are gonna go visit him. He was here last summer. I don't think you met him, but he was like a family friend that was here for this whole summer because he had an internship, and he was with us every now and then. His name's Max, and he came over like a lot during the summer. he lived here in Brookfield, or he lived in Brookfield area for an internship, and he's here visiting again for like a trade show. So we're gonna go see him tonight downtown,
Nice.
which is fun. Shout out to Andrew, my friend Andrew, for giving us all this new equipment. I don't think I gave him a shout out, but thank you for all this equipment. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
I wanted to give you a little shout out because it has been so nice and so helpful. So I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah,
because it makes everything look really nice. So,
Yeah.
so we thank you for that. But other than that, I've been good. Work's been good. This past weekend wasn't too bad
That's good.
for like busyness wise. It was mainly just like there was a lot of events, but like we got through it. We had a few call outs, but once I've learned that like once I'm sick, I can't do anything. I can't do
Oh.
anything. I can't move. I don't want to do anything. I don't even make content when I'm sick. Like I can't do it. It's horrible. It's really bad. So like when I'm at work, I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. So I, like now that I was feeling better, I was like, okay, I have more energy now. I'm back to myself, so I was fine.
Yeah.
But like it was a decent weekend.
Yeah. Do you get
Oh God, I'm scared. What are you gonna ask me?
Do you get man sick?
What is man sick? What the hell is man sick?
Because, or maybe that's not the right word for it, but when men get sick, they act like absolute children and babies.
Oh, I might, probably according to Claire, I do, because I have her do a lot of shit for me when I'm sick.
Fair.
Because I know she can make like me like really good shit. Like she's the best. She literally made me like those little small like pita crackers. She made me pita crackers with cream cheese on top and then tomato.
That's so cute.
And it was really good. And then she made
sweet.
me homemade applesauce too when I wasn't feeling good.
Aww.
So like I kind of guess I'm a little babied, but like in like not like an aggressive way, I guess. It's more of just like, hey, can you do this? And she's just like, sure, I don't give a fuck, bitch. And she'll do it for me. And I'm like, okay, thanks. But like I don't think I do that. Not that I know of. But I'm definitely more whiny, and I'm kind of more like, don't talk to me unless you have a cure that will like cure me right now.
That's actually completely valid. That's the same way I am.
So I don't think that bad, but like, I mean, maybe every now and then if I'm like, Claire, can you make me this? I don't feel like getting up. And she'll do it. She doesn't care. And I've done it for her too when she's sick. What shocks me to my core is that she didn't get sick.
Does she take her vitamins?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
that's probably
helps.
why. I should probably do that. My mom gave me like a whole bag that I should probably use. I'm sorry, I haven't, Mom. I'm sorry, I haven't been doing that, but I will now. But what's nerve-wracking? Why are you looking at me like that?
You gotta be taking your vitamins.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like me when I lie or something. But what scared me is that my boss was like, "Hey, like everyone at work's starting to not feel good," and I was like, "Fuck." I'm pretty sure I got everybody sick because I had a few hosts that were not feeling good, and I'm over here like, "Listen, if you need to sit for a second, I'm not gonna tell you no."
Yeah.
But I was also like, shit, because I went in on that Sunday and I ended up going home, and I was like, oh, fuck, I might have gotten everybody sick. Not everybody got sick, but like maybe 3 people were not like called out, and I was like, fuck. So now I'm like, okay, now I know like I have to be fully recovered in order to go back to work.
Yeah.
Lesson learned. But like, I mean,
that's the same way I am when I get sick. And like this last year I got sick like 5 different times.
Yeah.
And each one got progressively worse. And so by the end of it, like the last one that I had, I was like bedridden with like almost a fever and ear infections.
Those are the worst.
And that was the first time I've ever had an ear infection.
Those hurt.
So I didn't know what was going on.
When you swallow? Oh God.
Yeah.
No, but when I was, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, but it was just like, you're good. But like, it was just, I was trying to tell my coworkers, and like the entire time I'm like thinking that they're probably thinking that I'm just a child, baby, don't want to go to work because I'm sick. And I'm like, no, I am sick. I cannot be there, otherwise I will probably fuck myself up even more. So.
And then get you sick, and yeah,
get everybody else sick. That's not even my biggest concern. It was just the idea that if I'm going there and I'm sick, I will be so much slower. I am going to be so quiet.
Me too.
I can't hear you. My ears fucking hurt. It's so loud in there.
You're not functional.
I'm not functional.
You're out of commission, is what I say.
Yeah.
That's what I say at work. I'm like, guys, I'm out of commission. Don't bother me.
Yeah.
But, like, I was sick for, like, a solid week, which I didn't expect. So I was like, why am I so sick? And I was like, and I had called in on those days, but I was like, if I have to call in tomorrow, I'm going to, like the hospital. I'm like, worried I'm dying if I'm still sick by then. Because I was like, oh my God, what the hell is going on? But then I was fine. I was like, okay, cool. Because I was like, because, you know, no one likes being sick. Anyway, and that's about us. We're boring.
We're not that boring. I think we're pretty interesting.
We are pretty. I mean, we were talking about diarrhea last week.
Yeah.
Which was a really fun conversation.
I mean, there's a reason why you and I hang out, because we find each other very interesting.
We vibe. I've known you for like 10 fucking years. More than that.
Yes.
13. That's kind of crazy.
Yep.
Anyway, are we ready to talk about role model? I'm really excited because this is the 5th book in the Game Changer series. It's about social media manager Harris and Troy Barrett, who plays for Ottawa now. And we had heard of Troy beforehand in a few of these other books. Like, he'd been off to the side a few times. Harris completely new. No idea who he was, any of that. But I was really excited to get to know him. So we read chapters 1 through 13, and we're here to talk about that.
Yep.
So what are your first thoughts? And you could be honest, because I know we were talking about this. You could be honest on your first thoughts on it, but I know it's going to change. However, what are your first thoughts on role model?
My first thoughts were,
I'm scared.
I was kind of bored because, well, one, I was very shocked when I heard that Dallas Kent was a rapist.
Yeah, that took a turn.
Yeah, and that was kind of interesting from the very beginning, but then because of that, you know, Troy kind of has his own issues going on. But what really, like, maybe boring isn't the right word. What I found boring was that, you know, Harris has this great job, great life, he's gay, he has a wonderful family,
and he's so
lives on
sweet.
an apple farm, and I'm like, that is so sweet and fun, but I want to hear more about Troy.
Yeah, fair.
I'm like, I don't really care about Harris. Like, I understand he's a sweetie, I get it. Yeah, okay, great. But I'm way more invested into Troy's story now. As soon as I hear that he had a secret boyfriend, they broke up.
Adrian, yeah.
Nobody knew about him.
Yep.
So he has to deal with this breakup alone. His dad is an absolute douche.
Yeah.
His mom travels all the time, even though...
So she never sees him.
She never sees him, but she is kind of... They're each other's best friend.
Yeah, for sure.
So no matter what, they love each other. But he just misses her a lot. And...
He's kind of a loner.
His only friend that he ever had was Dallas. And now Dallas is no longer his friend, and then he just got traded.
Yep.
And he just has a very lonely, boring life. Not boring. Sorry.
He's so boring.
He has a very sad and lonely life. And throughout this half of this book, you kind of start to see him progressively grow more into his character and grow more into, okay, now he has friends, now he has people that he can talk to, he has an emotional support system, and like the plot thickens, and so it keeps getting better and better. But
nowadays,
but what really frustrated me was because he is so closed off. Yeah. And he's so closed off to the point where he's just gotten so used to he's gotten so used to it that he just becomes a dick. Yeah. And so that part makes me really frustrated, because I'm like, why can't you just talk to these people who clearly want to be there for you, and they're outwardly showing it, and they're asking you, how are you doing, what's been going on, and all he does is just like
he just makes a grumble and then walks away. He's such a grump, but I like that type of character.
It's a very different character than what we're used to, because like he says salmon is a treat. He hates the idea
Harris
of eggnog.
is like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, like everything that Harris likes.
Troy's like,
Yeah.
But it's funny.
Like Harris is like Skittles and Starburst, and Troy is like dark chocolate and coffee, black coffee.
Black coffee. Just like so plain. Like, no, I don't like anything sweet. He doesn't.
He doesn't.
Like, he doesn't like anything sweet.
His coffee is black every time he orders it.
Yes.
And Harris gets an eggnog latte with King Pops.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was so funny. He was
so
like, and
good.
then the way Rachel described of Harris downing the K-Pops was so funny because I'm not gonna lie to you, I do the same thing. I like rip it off the stick. I decapitate that shit.
Honestly, if I'm only getting one though, I savor it and I take little bites.
And then I'm like, oh! I make that cartoon crunch.
I love it.
Yeah, it's my first thoughts is I personally, honestly, I feel like you and I have very different expectations when it comes to reading LGBTQ books now that we've gotten kind of into this area.
Yeah.
I think you have certain expectations. I seem to love it regardless.
Yes.
Just because like I have more of a personal connection with it, and I think that might be why. I don't know.
I think that's very true.
Mm-hmm.
I think though I'm definitely looking for, like, it doesn't matter about like personal connection to me.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a story that has a thick plot, has a lot of twists, turns, not so much like multiple characters because that can get really confusing and really hard to concentrate on because I don't care about the side characters, I care about the main plot.
Exactly.
But like, adventure, little details, like so much stuff packed into one book. Like The Song of Achilles.
Yeah.
And it's just that's the kind of story that I find really interesting. And I do love these books, but I think it's definitely gotten to a point where with this type of genre, gay, straight, sapphic, does not matter. I think I'll always be a little bored of the whole these two people meet, they fall in love, it's cute and adorable, end of book.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's pretty much the same for every book that we'll read, but, like, it's definitely different. We're also still on the same genre.
Yes,
we are. It's all hockey still. Like, once we're done with these...
The hockey part doesn't even bother me.
Well, no, me neither, but, like, I think it'll be interesting when we move on to a different book. That's, like, the one about cooking. Like, that will be... That might have a stronger connection with you, because you will, have similar interests in that. But like I like it because
like I said, I'm not looking for like something that I can
connect to. Right, exactly. But like for me personally, I feel like that might be what it is, but I don't know for sure because I also just have liked everything about this so far. Like all of these books I've loved so far. I definitely think I don't even have a least favorite. Like I liked them all. I thought they were all good so far. I like this one a lot.
I don't have a least favorite either.
Me neither. They're really good.
Yeah.
Don't lie. You didn't like Common Goal. Don't lie.
Common Goal was okay, but I wouldn't say that like I hated it.
But it's your least favorite. Do not put Game Changer at the bottom, or I swear to fucking God.
No, Game Changer isn't at the bottom because they're really cute, and I think that was like some of the first healthy relationship that I've seen. Because like even Shane and Ilya, they were toxic at first.
Yes, very.
Because what I can't no, maybe we shouldn't be going into this.
Let's not. Let's save it. You know what we should do? We should save this for...
I have thoughts, though.
I know. Write them down. What we could do is we could rank all of these books once we're done with the long game.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
Okay. What I still can't wrap my brain around is the fact that Shane and Ilya were seeing each other for like...
10 years.
10 years. And the scene specifically where they're sitting in a hotel room in Tampa, Florida.
Yeah.
And during the All-Star?
Yeah, that was the All-Star game.
During the All-Star game. And Shane did not even know that Ilya's dad was a douche.
I know. Like, and he's known him for 10 years.
He's known him for 10 years. They've been fucking. But it's what I cannot wrap my brain around is the fact that they know nothing about each other. And yet they're like, I love you.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
okay.
Like, okay, no, like I get it and I understand it, but I can't wrap my brain around that.
Yeah, because it's like
loving somebody that you don't know.
If I'm dating someone, I want to know them well enough. If I've known them 10 years, I know them like a book. you know?
Yeah,
So
but
that's
they
why
don't.
it's definitely mind-blowing for sure.
They know each other like a book in the bedroom,
Yeah.
but not their personal lives, even when they're at the cottage.
Maybe the long
Shane
game
is
will be
still
different.
learning. Yeah.
I don't think the long game time jumps either. I don't think.
It has to.
You think so?
Yes, it has to, because you have to. I think the long game is going to catch us up on the whole starting the charity, the campaign,
yeah,
all that kind of
probably.
stuff. And so I have a feeling it's going to give us dates again.
Yeah, it might.
Because
that's when you take notes, though.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
These 3 books in between are like 3 separate years, because each one takes like a few months to go through. And so I'm kind of thinking that there's at least like 2 or 3 years there between Heated Rivalry and Long Game.
Yeah.
And then in those years, you know, Ilya has to get traded. They have to start the charity.
Ilya's traded in this, so maybe this takes place in between Long Game. I wanted to go ahead and do a little character bio for each one because I have notes. So Troy's, you know, they have a therapy dog.
Yes.
And Chiron is the cutest. Ilya and dogs, oh my god. That cutest freaking thing in the world.
I can need it on screen.
I do need it on screen. Connor, I know you're going to deliver that performance so well.
Because here's my thought.
Ugh,
I don't think
so
we're going to be seeing much. Like, okay, Ilya and Connor's story are 2 separate fucking people. I don't know how Connor's story does it, but he puts on that face, and that's not him.
That's not him.
That's not him at all. I know they look the same, but like that's not the same fucking person.
No, it's not.
You could convince me. You could.
That's when you know he's a phenomenal actor. Same with Shane. Shane's the opposite. Hudson's the opposite of Shane.
Oh, completely dead opposite.
Which is funny.
They are each other's dead opposite in character.
That's why it's hilarious.
But we're seeing Ilya with a dog. I don't think we're going to be seeing much of Ilya. We're going to be seeing more of Connor.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've noticed throughout these books, Ilya is in almost every single one of them, and you see his soft side come out every book.
Yes.
You see his softness and his sweetness start to come out and show that these other NHL players that, hey, he's not a douchebag. He's actually a sweetie pie.
Yeah.
And like,
but there's a very tight-knit group of people that actually know that.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas like Dallas Kent, you know, he could say like, "Oh yeah, Ilya." Did I just hit my microphone?
Even if you did, it's okay.
Okay.
Because as long as the green light's still on, then you're good.
The green light is still on. I just didn't want to be like, ah.
Yeah, you're good.
Like Dallas Kent or like, you know, other players from other teams, they might be like, "Oh yeah, Ilya's such a fucking dick."
Yeah.
And like, you know, there's like this tight knit group of people that are like, "No, Ilya's amazing."
Yeah,
actually.
exactly. Yeah. So a little bit about Troy. He had a 2-year relationship. He broke up with him. Troy got dumped
by Adrian.
And then he meets Harris, and he already finds Harris attractive. He's already going down that road. Yes. And then, you know, Dallas Kent is, you know, he's a rapist. He's a douchebag. He's a horrible human being.
Yep.
And then at first, Harris thinks Troy is homophobic because he's looking at his pins. And he's like, he thinks he's judging. And then you have like chapter, I want to say 11, he brings him a pin of an apple with a pride on it because Harris owns an apple orchard, which I think is so cute. And Troy's such an awkward person. And so, like, I don't know what to do because, like, Harris could bring up, like, something that might be deep and more meaningful, and Troy would be like, okay, bye. Like, you know, like, he'll leave and be like,
yeah,
see you later.
He's such an awkward guy that he literally just mid-sentence
will leave. He'll literally leave. And it's a little funny. But it's also like, be respectful.
I'm annoyed. It's annoying to me. But it's fine. I get it.
I also think it's great that Ilya has a tattoo of a loon.
Yes, I thought that was amazing.
I knew you'd like that a lot. And then there was, I think it was one of my favorite chapters. When they go to, so I really want to meet Bood. I'm excited. I want to see his character in live action because he's on the team with them.
Yeah.
And he had that awesome barbecue.
Yes, he did.
I want to meet him. He sounds like a fun time. Yeah. He sounds like such a fun time. And that chapter is really good. And we hear that Ryan and Fabian are still holding strong. They're doing great, which I love. And I love that they have a little moment when Harris drops off Troy at the hotel. And they're kind of like, oh, they're kind of looking into each other's eyes. They're kind of like, oh, do we have feelings? Blah, blah, blah. And then Troy's like, okay, bye. Yeah. And that's exactly. And like, I also really liked the hospital visit they do. That was really cute. That reminded me of Red, White, and Royal Blue, because I remember they did that in that too.
Yep.
And that was a good scene as well.
I love how sweet Troy was with the kid.
I know.
With Nathan, was it?
I think so. And then he gives Dad an autograph too.
Yeah.
One of my favorite chapters, we get Scott, Kip, Eric and Kyle, and Ilya, I think, all at the Kingfisher. And Troy's there. It's a whole group. It's like a whole When Worlds Collide. And it's great because Troy comes out to Ilya, and that just shows, like we were talking about, how much Ilya has changed and improved and become such a sweet person that Troy feels comfortable to tell his team captain that he's gay.
Yeah.
And I think that's wonderful.
Yeah.
But then he's starting to get on to Shane, and then he's like, okay, enough for tonight, Barrett.
Enough sharing for tonight.
Enough sharing for tonight, Barrett.
Oh, what I wanted to say about chapter 7 was when they went to the barbecue, Ilya doesn't go to team events.
No, he doesn't.
His private life is private, even from his teammates.
He's probably with Shane.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
I wouldn't blame him.
Right here, it says sleep with Shane.
Sleep with Shane. Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's what he does.
Yeah, he's like, nah, I'm good. I'll see you later. Chapter 12 is also really cute because they do the Christmas photos together with Chiron. I don't know if you remember that or not, but they did little like puppy Christmas photos.
That was chapter
12. Yeah.
Ah, that's what happened.
Okay. Yeah. And Christmas goes by and Troy gives Harris the apple pin and he's like, I love it. And he gives him a hug. And that was really heartwarming as well.
Okay, wait. Now, before you go on to chapter 13, because I know that's what you're going to do, I want you to just read what I wrote down.
Okay.
You don't have to read it out loud, but just...
Can I? Can I?
Go for it.
Now I'm excited. Wait, do you want me to read the other ones too, or just this one?
Go for it, yeah.
Okay. Let's take a look at Sarah's notes, because you guys hear my notes a lot, and let's hear Sarah's.
This is the first time I've taken notes on one of these books. BTW.
Okay, let's take a look. Chapter 1, Dallas Kent.
No. Just 13.
Just 13?
Yes.
Okay. This is in all caps, by the way. Plane almost crashed. Ilya had thoughts about Shane. Troy had thoughts about Harris. Everyone else had straight people. Straight people thoughts is crazy.
Because everybody else is hetero.
Everyone else has a wife and kids, and they're just like over here being everybody. They're like,
whatever
okay.
straight people think about.
That's hilarious. Okay, this is probably going to be the longest talk, so this is probably going to be the rest of the episode. We're getting comfortable. Chapter fucking 13 nearly had me in tears.
Yeah.
That is probably the scariest, most like heart-wrenching chapter out of all these books so far.
But you know what's interesting is we heard this from the perspective of Troy and Harris.
It's going to be in the long game.
It's going to be, and we're going to
hear I've heard about
it from, yeah.
And he's probably texting Shane.
Yep.
So that's probably what that is. And them just holding hands, it just felt not magical, but like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's so...
Life ending?
Yeah, like, what was the word you said?
Life ending?
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, but they clearly love each other. They just don't know it. But this
because their life was almost going to end?
Yeah, but it was such an emotional chapter because the way Rachel wrote it was so well done to the point where I'm reading, like, over here, like, oh my god, I'm about to start crying.
Yeah.
And I don't really know, like, we're only halfway through this book, and I'm already about to start crying. I'm like, shit, this is probably the first time I might have cried since Game Changer. I think I cried during Game Changer. I think at the end of the book I cried during Game Changer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't cry at anything.
No, you don't. You're super weird. Anyway.
I am.
You cried at Thunderbolts, though.
I teared up at Thunderbolts. Mm-hmm. I sobbed at Project Hail Mary.
That's right.
So let me just preface the word usage.
Yeah.
I teared up, which means I had a little bit of water in my eyes.
In Thunderbolts.
Because I thought it was really, sweet.
And emotional.
But Project Hail Mary.
You sobbed.
I My jacket was soaking wet. Alex checked on me and was like, "Are you okay? I just hear a lot of heavy breathing." I'm just over here like, "I'm fine. I'm okay."
Rocky, goddamn it. Anyway, this was a very emotional chapter.
Yes.
And terrifying.
Terrifying.
That's so scary.
My gut was in knots.
Mine was too.
I know they're gonna be okay
Right.
because I have to read the other half of the book.
Yeah, like what else would have happened? That would have been a long ass funeral.
It
would
have been the first episode of Lost.
Right. Like I'm like, okay, well, they're clearly gonna be fine, but it was still just like, oh my god, just
it's nerve wracking,
and flying can be scary.
Flying can be really scary, but it's kind of funny. My brother, who is the airplane mechanic, he always says that you have a much more likely, you have a higher percentage of chance of dying in a car crash on the way to the airport.
That's what I've heard too.
Than in the actual airplane.
That's what I've heard too. But the way this was written and the way it described the plane dropping and like plummeting,
like, oh my god,
that was terrifying.
There's a reason why I'm terrified of roller coasters.
Yeah, fair, but like the plane, it's like it's even worse. Like
it's so
40,000 feet in the fucking air, and like you don't know like what's gonna happen. So I totally get it. I mean, I'm used to flying. I like flying. I don't mind flying. The only time I might get a little nervous is if there's more turbulence than usual, but that's very rare.
But also, I think Rachel described their screams like they were screaming. So I'm imagining in my head a bunch of like high-pitched NHL players screaming their heads off.
Yeah. It'd be funny.
I just wanna.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was kind of dark, but like.
No, but like, it's
kind of funny though.
Yeah, like I get what you're saying because it's a very, I don't know why, but it just got to me.
It was like I said, my gut was in knots.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, this is probably the darkest chapter that I've ever read from Game Changer so far.
But, which when you said that to me over the phone.
What?
When you said it was the darkest chapter, I thought it was gonna be a lot darker than that.
Yeah. What did you think it was gonna be?
I thought it was gonna be like Dallas Kent was there, like beating up Harris or something, and like.
That could still happen, and if it does, I probably will sob.
Yeah, I would too.
I would sob like crazy.
That'd be so sad.
Oh my god, I would literally burst into tears.
But yeah, it's also about, that was when Troy and Harris were like clenching onto each other. Holding hands and like freaking out, and Harris was trying to be like, after this I'm gonna get ice cream,
and Troy's like, ew.
Yeah, like cookie dough flavor, like that's gross.
Yeah.
And then they finally landed, and now Troy is all knotted up in thoughts because he's like, well, my life almost just ended, and
he wanted to kiss him.
He did, and it wasn't just because the heat of the moment. He's been wanting to kiss him for a long time, and now he kind of feels like anything can happen.
Yeah.
Anything can fucking happen, and so therefore I'm not going to waste any more time. And I'm excited for chapter 14.
Me too. I'm gonna read it literally as soon as we're done filming. Like,
yeah.
What I have noticed is that Ilya is always coming to the rescue and bringing these men together because he knows how they feel. Yeah. He always has that gaydar, and he knows who he likes. He comes up to Troy and he's like, whatever it is that you want to do, just do it.
Yeah.
He's like, go do it.
Like, just do it.
Just do it. Go. Tell him. He clearly knows he likes Harris.
Yeah.
So does Jen. Jen knows.
Or he likes somebody at least.
Yeah. And he knows he's gay, so he's like, okay, you clearly like the social media manager. Yeah. And I think that that's great, is that Ilya brought together, was it Ryan and Fabian, maybe? It might have been.
I'm just assuming all of them.
Because Scott and Kip brought together Kyle and Eric. Because they were like, you should tell him how you feel. Both ends were like, tell him how you feel. Kip told Kyle to tell Kyle how Eric feels, and Scott told Eric to tell Kyle how he feels. That was really hard to say just now. But
yeah, Ilya either talked to Eric or Kyle.
One of them. I want to say it was Eric.
Yeah, and was like, you want to fuck him, but he wants to fuck him, but those two are fucking, so you can't. Something like that. Like, very complicated situation.
Yeah,
like,
but it's...
Eric wants to fuck Kyle, Kyle wants to fuck Kip, but Kip is already engaged to Scott.
Oh my god, yeah.
Their best friend.
That was... I'm glad he got over that, too.
Oh, me too.
Because I was like, no, honey, Kip belongs with Scott. Like, and I'm also, we were talking about this earlier, the fact that nobody knows about Shane and Ilya is still so wild to me, because I need a double date with Scott and Kip. Shane has never met Kip.
That's true.
He's never met Kip. I mean, Robbie and Hudson have met in real life, you know, like the actors have met, but like the characters haven't.
But like,
you know what I mean?
So if we really think about this, I don't think Shane has met anyone. Like, not Eric, not Ryan, not Fabian.
Well, he's met Ryan and Fabian now. He's met Ryan now.
Yes, he has.
And he's obviously met Scott. He's met Ryan and Scott from what we've seen so far.
Yeah, he already knew Scott existed.
Yeah, because he played it with him in the All-Star game, I think.
Yep, but he never knew about Kip. He
Not until
probably
he kissed him on
ran
TV.
into... Yeah, he probably ran into Eric at some point.
Possibly. Maybe he will in this next one.
But Eric has been in the NHL for 20, 30 years.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
So Shane had to have played against him at some point.
At some point. So he might know who he is, but I don't know if they like know each other personally.
Oh yeah, definitely not personally.
Ilya definitely has the more connections.
Yes, he does.
Because
he puts an effort out there.
Yeah.
He really does.
He likes to, and Shane's been so shy.
Yeah.
And so like, you know, like closed off, especially in the beginning of Heated Rivalry. He was kind of like, yeah, whatever, you know, don't really talk to me.
Yeah, I'm really curious as to what Shane does during all of this, because you hear a lot of like what Ilya's up to.
I have no idea what's going to happen in this.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it's about.
Like, I want to know what is happening with Shane.
Yeah.
Because
I hope we're seeing more in Shane's head, because Shane's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I want to know what he's physically doing. Because Shane is always out at these bars, hanging out with his NHL friends and like all of these other kind of stuff.
Hayden and yeah.
But like we never see what Shane is doing. Is he hanging out with his group of people?
Is Rose around? Are they chilling? Like,
like
where's Rose? I want Rose back. But yeah, no. Long Game seems like a lot of fun, and I'm really excited for it because the title is said in that in Heated Rivalry. I don't know if you remember that. But he was like, I want to do whatever it takes to be with you. I'm in it for the long game. That's what Shane told Ilya.
Yes.
And I'm excited to see how that goes and she also has confirmed, Rachel has confirmed that Unrivaled's not the last book. She doesn't really know what she's going to do. Like, I think she's one of those authors that's like, if I have a story for them that makes sense, I'm going to write it. But I'm not just going to write a book for no reason, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, there's got to be a plan for Unrivaled. And I'm really excited for it. And I cannot wait.
Yeah.
But did you have any other thoughts? Because I'm set. I'm ready to go read this.
Yeah, I think we're good. We can probably wrap it up.
Yeah, awesome. Other than that, though, one quick thing, and we will talk about it possibly next week if we have time. Heartstopper Forever is coming out this summer. So we'll definitely be reviewing that when that comes out. And cannot wait because it's supposed to be the last one. And then the last book comes out this year too. So, but other than that, read the rest of the book. 14 through 26, I think, is the last few chapters. Read those. We're going to read those, and then we'll review it next week and talk about that. And then we'll be moving on to the long game.
Yeah.
So, see you guys next week.
Bye.